there, I'm Kay Byfield, and this is your ArtSpeaks studio moment. Today we're going to talk about the secrets of shadows. Shadows are really important to artists, and understanding how they work and how to give the illusion of a shadow is very important. I'm not known for being able to tell a good joke, but today I'm going to try. So here's the question. What is as big as an elephant but doesn't weigh anything at all? And the answer? The elephant's shadow. Being able to simulate shadows can be critical for artists. The problem is that rather than looking at the visual properties of shadows, many artists paint what they think they look like instead of imitating the way they really look in nature. As you know, shadows are created when light from a source cannot reach a surface. There are two kinds of shadows, form shadows and cast shadows. Form shadows describe a three-dimensional form, and they're created when the form turns away from the light source. Cast shadows are created when an object stands between the light source and the surface on which the light is falling. Shadows are important to artists because they give important information that can be used on a two-dimensional work to simulate what things look in 3 dimensions. And because they obscure details and create a sense of mystery, which can engage viewers and bring them into the painting. But shadows can be problematic too. If they're not engaging and attractive, they can kill a painting. So here are some tips about how to paint successful shadows. Shadows are not blue or purple, and they're always directed opposite of the light source. If there are multiple light sources, there will be multiple shadows. Shadows are transparent, so they will show some of what's underneath them. For instance, if a shadow is on green grass, you'll be able to see green through the shadow. But shadows are always a bit darker and duller than the surface that they're being cast upon. Shadows also reveal the surface quality of the surface on which they're cast. Cast shadows are darker and sharper close to the object that's casting the shadow, and they get softer and lighter moving away from the shadow. And you can see that in this photograph a little bit because you can see more of the detail on the ground as you get away from the actual person who's walking. Form shadows will have soft edges on rounded surfaces and hard, sharp edges on angled objects. Form shadows will also incorporate light from other objects. So for instance, if the light is falling on the surface, that light will be reflected into the form so that the shadow would change and you'll be able to see that reflected light in the actual shadow of the form. The last guideline I want to tell you about shadows is that cast shadows place the object on the ground so that it doesn't float above the ground. Like all the other visual phenomena, painting convincing shadows depends upon understanding how they work. Whether you're painting from photographs or on location, you need to understand about how the light is bouncing around your composition. I hope this information is helpful to you and that you'll join us again for another ArtSpeaks studio moment. In the meantime, happy painting.